Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone is doing good out there. Wow, Chris coming in with the 5 gifted right off the bat. Chris, thank you so much, dude. That's greatly appreciated. That's really, really sweet of you, man. Big shout out, dude, goes to Chris. I tell you, that is greatly appreciated, dude. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing good. Let's see who we got here so far today. We have Rob. We have Matt. Let's see here. We have Binksy. We have Paxton. We have Rob, Darian, Ace. Let's see here. Chris, Tabletop. See your Oversteer, Jazz. And, of course, everybody else who is here but not chatting. What's up, everybody? I do want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. My internet's being a little unstable today. So if the stream cuts out at any point, it's from my internet because it's just been kind of going on and off all day. I'm just going to go ahead and warn you guys now. If the stream ends, it's because of my internet. I'm trying to get that all situated. But anyways, my friends, well, we got ourselves some updates for you all. As you can see, we do have an enhanced risk here for Friday. Friday is going to be the day to start off all this severe weather. Like we mentioned, this threat's going to be going into Saturday as well as into Sunday as well. So we do have ourselves, quite a few days, worth of severe weather. And unfortunately, all hazards is going to be on the table. Potential for significant tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail. Unfortunately, will all be an issue. We definitely need you guys to be actively weather aware between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's up, Gavin? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Chris? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Alt? What's up, Tatted? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, is College Station, Texas going to be okay? I'm scared. Honestly, the good news is that Texas is not really involved. You guys probably remember yesterday, Friday's Outlook did include a little bit of Eastern Texas, but they actually removed Texas from the risk in general. So, as of now, yes, you're good. There is no active risk for severe weather here on Friday. Out of this severe weather event, like we mentioned here, this is the current threat. Let's go ahead and actually turn off that radar. Get rid of anything unnecessary right now. So this is the risk that we have for Friday. Once again, it's a very large enhanced risk. So for the people who's new to all this, the severe weather scale, this is from the Storm Prediction Center, which is a government agency from the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. They have a scale to classify severe weather potential. And this scale goes from a level 1 to a level 5. 5 being the worst possibility, basically meaning that, the greatest potential for severe weather, the highest probability and whatnot. So, the scale goes from 1 to 5, 1 being the lower side, but regardless of what level, it's still an active severe weather threat here overall, okay? So, anyways, the scale on Friday goes up to a level 3. Out here across portions of Illinois, southeastern Iowa, let's see, we have portions of eastern Missouri, eastern Arkansas. We do have ourselves portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. Anywhere here in the orange is in that level 3 severe weather threat here overall. So level 3 threat is a pretty decent risk out there overall. Is my mic cutting in and out? It might be my the internet connection. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see if I can maybe fix that. I don't know. Hopefully, hold up. Y'all, let me know if it keeps on doing this, okay? Because if it does, then I'll have to switch to a different mic, maybe. Yeah, like I mentioned, I kind of expected to possibly have a little bit of issues today with everything. But anyways, is it still doing okay? Anyways, so like I mentioned, we have ourselves a level 3 threat here. So this is for Friday, a very big risk here for severe weather across Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri. We also have that level 2 threat that goes here to the yellow, which, that's a 15% chance, essentially, for seeing severe weather in general. As of now, we do not have the direct breakdown between tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. We'll get that tomorrow for Friday's Outlook. As of right now, it's still kind of probability-based regarding severe weather potential. Still 15% chance across the yellow, and also a 30% chance here across the orange, which that's going to be the greatest area here in orange. B Wolfie coming in with a $20 super chat. B Wolfie, thank you so much for the support. Wow, that's really, really sweet of you, B. Wolfie. Thank you. Saying, will St. Louis see any tornadoes Friday? Okay. I do believe that tornadoes will be a concern for areas out there by St. Louis, especially when we're going to be diving into the models and stuff here soon. Yes, I do think that there could be some tornadic activity out there. There is some strong winds across the lower and upper atmosphere. There's a decent amount of instability, enough moisture to allow for a tornado potential. Does it mean that you're going to see a tornado? Obviously, the more than likely, you're not going to see a tornado. I mean, not everybody's going to see severe weather in this risk area. I want you to know that. There is going to be potential, though, for tornadoes nearby. I mean, it's possible. We cannot rule it out, of course. There is going to be that potential for some tornadoes, perhaps even some significant tornadic activity being possible out there. So as of now, yes. I mean, that does seem to be kind of a decent concern for the region. Also, damaging winds and large hail and stuff like that will also be a concern for the region as well. So, to answer your question, yeah, Friday, St. Louis area will see potential tornadic activity. Okay, thank you once again, B. Wolfie. I appreciate that. Let's see here. We got Shadow coming in with a 5. Thank you so much, Shadow. Appreciate it. Saying, what's my thoughts on Bowling Green, Kentucky? Awesome shades, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Bowling Green for Friday is in the slight risk, that level 2 threat. So it's still a probability-based outlook for the possibility of seeing severe weather. You can see that Bowling Green is in that 15% chance, of seeing severe weather. So as of now, that's pretty much all we can really tell you. Once again, tomorrow we're going to start to have the breakdown, from the Storm Prediction Center, giving us an exact probability for tornadoes, an exact probability for damaging winds and large hail. We'll have that available tomorrow, at least for Friday's outlook. As of now, you're in that level 2 threat. Once again, the scale goes from level 1 to level 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the lowest, but regardless of what level, once again, it's still an active risk. And you're in that level 2, which, obviously is kind of on the lower side of the scale, but even level 2 severe weather events are, and sometimes can be, pretty decent. Regardless, we definitely need you to be watching out. And, this really applies to a lot of people. To anybody who's in these risk areas, make sure you're ready, okay? One thing I do want to go ahead and say to you guys is that, just make sure you have a plan in place. Obviously, if you, just know where to go. Say a tornado warning gets issued for your area, not saying it will 100%, some people will possibly see some activity regarding tornadoes and other things, but just have a plan in place, guys, seriously. And, if you have a basement, or a storm cellar, obviously, that would be a good place to go, during a tornado. But not everybody has a basement or a storm cellar. So at that point, you would want to go to the central interior portion of your home, such as a closet, such as a bathroom. So go to the central interior portion of your home. Just have a plan. Have a plan. And once again, if you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer. That's not going to provide any protection. We definitely do need you guys to be safe. So if you're in a trailer, I would advise, if you're in a decent risk for severe weather, to possibly make plans to, maybe go spend a day with your family or, friends or whoever has a house, would be definitely encouraged because, once again, trailers, they're not really good at protecting overall. Anyways, let's see here. What about Bristol, Tennessee? So, okay, well, first of all, Tennessee does have, all of Tennessee is in the decent risk here for severe weather. So for Bristol, isn't Bristol eastern? Here, let's go ahead and pull up Bristol real quickly. Bristol, Tennessee. Okay, this is up on the far eastern side. Okay, so your threat's going to be on Saturday. So once again, what we just looked at, that threat is for Friday. So then we work our way here into Saturday. You can see Bristol is in the 15% chance, which is an equivalent level 2 out of 5 severe weather threat, as of right now. So we definitely do need you to be weather aware, keeping an eye on the weather. There is going to be potential for severe weather, of more than likely all potential hazards. So we definitely do need you to be actively weather aware out there. If you're in the yellow here, if you're in the orange, you need to be weather aware, especially the orange, that has the greater probability for severe weather. So once again, this is Saturday here. The greatest potential for severe weather here on Saturday is going to be across portions of central eastern Louisiana. They actually added Louisiana into the 30%. I don't think this was like this yesterday. I think that cut off in Mississippi, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. But we do have ourselves a bit of that 30% chance probability for severe weather, working its way into the central eastern side of Louisiana now. So with that being said, we do have a greater probability out there, in which we will definitely, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. And it also goes into Mississippi. I mean, pretty much the entire state of Alabama here is in that 30% chance probability. The western panhandle here of Florida is in that 30% chance as well for Saturday. Same thing for central western Georgia, southeastern Tennessee. You guys are in, as of now, like I said, the greatest probability that they can issue at the moment for this day, which is Saturday. So you are at a 30% chance for severe weather. Basically what that means is that, say for example, let's just use Birmingham as an example. So within a 25-mile radius of Birmingham, so this is a 25-mile radius around Birmingham, so that means that there is a 30% chance as a collective of all severe weather potential, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds all together, there's a 30% chance that severe weather could occur within this region. It doesn't mean it'll be right over that area that you're in. It just means within 25 miles, there is a 30% chance across the orange here of seeing severe weather collectively. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that kind of makes sense for a lot of you guys. I'm just trying to kind of hopefully kind of make that understandable at least a little bit. I'm not the best teacher out there, but, Anyway, so that's 30% chance. And, of course, we do have the 15% chance, just lower probability. But remember, it's still active severe weather concern. It still is a risk for severe weather, just a little bit lower probability. But even then, severe weather is expected in the regions of yellow as well as orange, okay? Anyways, let's see here. What about Atlanta for the northern suburbs? Thank you. No problem. So, yeah, Atlanta's actually going to be in a pretty decent risk here. So, once again, this is Saturday's outlook. As of right now, Atlanta does have that 30% chance overall probability for severe weather. So, yeah, I mean, Atlanta region does need to obviously be keeping a close eye out there for Saturday. We're still watching the models. We are still keeping an eye on that. We're getting ready to get into the models here in a moment, guys. But yes, we definitely need you in the Atlanta region to definitely be weather aware. And just keep an eye on the weather all throughout the day, okay? Definitely going to need you guys to do that. Let's see here. Oversteer says, hey, Andrew, what do I think about northern Arkansas for Friday's outlook? Well, let's hop back to Friday here. So we're just looking at Saturday. Let's hop back to Friday here. We're going to go ahead and hop over here. So, yeah, this is Friday's outlook. Once again, this looks a little bit different because, we're within the days 1, 2, and 3. So days 1, 2, and 3 have, the full-on risk. But, any day further than that's considered the extended outlook. So this is the, the normal categorical outlook here. So we have the level 1 severe weather threat across the green. We had the level 2 across the yellow and the level 3 across the orange here. Now you were saying here about northern Arkansas. So it depends on what part of northern Arkansas, because you can see, if you're in, certain different areas of northern Arkansas, the risk is a little bit different. The more northeast you go, for example, out there by Jonesboro, we have that level 3 threat. And the further, central, north central you go towards like Mountain Home, level 2 threat as of now. And obviously the further west you go, towards like Clarksville and whatnot, that is a level 1 threat. So it just really depends on what part of northern Arkansas, because, like I said, you can kind of see how the risk steps down. The level 3 here in the orange, level 2 in the yellow, level 1 here in the green. So it does change a little bit. Let's see here. What about northern Indiana for South Bend, Indiana for Friday and Friday night? Also, how are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. So you said for South Bend, Indiana. So you can see South Bend as of now for Friday is in that level 1 threat. So, it is a threat for severe weather, although it is a relatively low risk, meaning that, there could be some isolated severe storms nearby. The good news is that it's not anything like super significant. We're not expecting anything super significant over in South Bend as of now. So right now you are in the risk for severe weather, but you're in the lowest level. Like I said, the level goes from 1 to 5. You're in a level 1 threat, so you're kind of in the lowest threat. But still, I would keep an eye out there for Friday. Even if you're in a level 1 threat, just still keep a close eye on it. Because still some severe weather nearby could be possible. Just we need you guys to just keep an eye on the radar throughout the day here between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But for South Bend here for Friday, we have that level 1 threat here overall. So then we work our way into, once again here, Saturday's risk. You can actually see that level 2 equivalent, or the 15% chance probability area here, reaches through a lot of Ohio, including the major cities of Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland. You guys are in that level 2 threat, which is, the 15% chance that we have here as of now. And, this actually worked its way all the way up to the Great Lakes, as you can see. All the way down from the Gulf Coast, all the way up here into the Great Lakes. We do have ourselves that decent risk out there. So, yeah. There's going to be a lot of potential areas impacted with this storm system. So that's why we need everybody to be watching this closely. Just make sure that everybody is staying weather aware and, like we mentioned, definitely just be prepared. Let's see here. Proxy coming in with $100 Venmo donation. No way. Prox coming in with the support again. Proxy once again coming in clutch with the support. Prox with 100 though. Wow, dude. Proxy, thank you so much. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Seriously, Proxy, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. That is really, really sweet of you. That is, wow. Thank you, Proxy. Seriously, that is greatly appreciated. Proxy left a note, says, thanks for all you do for us, Andrew. Proxy, you're welcome. Thank you as well. Seriously, that is really, really nice of you. It's good to see you, Prox. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is really, really nice of you. Could Saturday go moderate tomorrow? So who said that? Hayden said that. That's up to SPC. We will see. Obviously I'm not gonna, say it will or it won't as of right now. Simply we'll just have to see how things go. That's up to Storm Prediction Center and stuff. Definitely Saturday does have potential to, become pretty nasty regarding severe weather potential. I mean, we already do have that 30% chance, quite a large 30% chance area here, which is, already equivalent to that level 3 threat. So, with that being said, I mean, we'll see. That's up to SPC. That's their job. And if they do issue a level 4 threat, which I honestly wouldn't rule it out. I'm not going to say they are going to do it. I'm not going to say they're not, but I wouldn't rule it out completely, just given, some of the ingredients that's in place with this severe weather event. We'll see. And obviously, whatever SPC relays, we will make sure to, share you guys, what they show. Obviously, we need to go off of SPC over here. All right, let's see here. Proxy says, hey, Andrew, family, everybody stay safe and aware. Proxy, once again, thank you so much. Also, Prox, we have a level 3 30% chance out here now for severe weather across New Orleans, Baton Rouge area here. I think you said you had family out there. That is equivalent to about pretty much an enhanced risk at this point. 30% chance. So please keep an eye out there for that. Also, Proxy, you're in the 15% chance still here for Saturday. So just giving you a little bit of a heads up, just to let you know. Tom, upgraded to Category 1. I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you so much, dude, for the membership upgrade. Huge shout out goes to you, Tom. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support, guys. Y'all are awesome. I really appreciate it. And, you guys really do help keep us rolling here. And I can never thank you guys enough. So thank you so much. All right, everybody. So we're going to hop away into models now. We're going to take a look at the models. We're going to do some analysis here. We're going to, just do a little bit of a breakdown. We typically do this here. If you guys are new to the channel, this is something we usually do. We're just went over the overall outlook. Now we're going to get into models, in which, we'll be hopping back and forth, a little bit throughout the stream here. Anyways, So hop into the GFS. This is the American model, the American long range model. We call this GFS. So the first thing we're going to look at is the instability. So this is just the fuel for storm activity overall. So we work our way down in time, and you can see as we approach late Friday, you can see that we really start pulling up a lot of energy and potential for severe weather. Just in general, a lot of that fuel, a lot of that. Just instability really builds its way in. And the crazy thing is that, how high up north, some of that fuel for storms can go. If you guys take a look here, you can see that there's going to be potential for storms, and fuel for storms as high up north as Minnesota and Wisconsin, which if we hop back to the risk here for Friday, we do actually have ourselves, that risk here actually, going into those areas here. You can see that we do have a little bit of southern Minnesota, portions of central southern Wisconsin in that risk out there, which is, like I mentioned, that's pretty decent. That's pretty high up in the country, which is, going to cover a lot of areas here with that potential here. Let's see here. Renita coming in with a 5. Thank you so much, Renita. Appreciate your support, my friend, saying, how is Macon, Georgia looking for Saturday? Renita, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that, my friend. Let me take a quick little look at that for you. Hopping over here to Saturday. Okay, so Macon, you are right on the edge of that 30% chance. So, Renita, for Saturday, you have a 15% chance as of now. So basically, within a 25-mile radius of your location, there is a 15% chance, that a collective of severe weather between tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail could occur. So as of now, a 15% chance of severe weather happening within 25 miles of your location. However, I do want you to keep a close eye because you are right on the edge of that 30% chance. It wouldn't take much for that to, either be extended into your region. Maybe, who knows, it could pull back a little bit. As of now, you're in the 15% chance probability, but just don't be surprised, that if you do get pushed into a further outlook. We'll see. But yeah, Macon's right on the edge between that 30% and the 15. But as of now, you are in the 15. So that's what we should go off of as of right now. Remember, SPC outlooks, they're not perfect, but they give you a good example, a good idea of what, we could generally expect. And as of right now, you do have a 15% chance regarding severe weather. And we'll have a breakdown on that here coming up here. Here in about 2 days, actually, because tomorrow we're going to have the breakdown for Friday's threat, and then the day after we'll have the breakdown for, Saturday's threat. So we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. Let's see here. Chris coming in with a 10, man. Thank you so much, Chris, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you guys, seriously, all for your support. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciated. You guys really do help me out a ton. So, Chris, thank you, man, for the 10. Saying, how does South Georgia look overnight into Sunday? Gotcha. So, the risk for severe weather will continue into Sunday here. Let me go ahead and bring you guys over here to Sunday's risk. It's actually something we haven't looked at yet. But you can see that, as we progress from Saturday into Sunday, that severe weather threat will continue for much of the state of Georgia. And, obviously the southern side, a lot of the part of the southern, or a lot of area in the southern side of Georgia is in that 15% chance region. And of course, if we hop back here to Saturday's threat, you can actually see that we do have this little area in southwest Georgia that's in that 30% chance region. So, to answer that, there is going to be potential, lingering going in from Saturday going into Sunday for, much of the state here. You can see that, actually, all of the state is in at least a 15% chance, regarding severe weather between Saturday and Sunday. So yes, and there's a good chance that could happen at nighttime. We could still get some, severe weather and whatnot occurring overnight hours, unfortunately, which means a nocturnal threat, just a little bit more of a concern, of course. But yeah, so we do need you to be keeping an eye out there for it. And, Chris, there could be a collective of all hazards, tornadoes, large hail damaging winds. We'll definitely keep you in the loop, especially with new outlooks and stuff like that to come out. But once again, Chris, thank you, man, for the 10. I really appreciate that. Let's see, Renita coming in with another 5. Thank you so much, Renita, for your support as well. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Saying thank you. Am I going to be live? Yeah. Absolutely. I definitely do want to be live to cover this as much as I can. Obviously, we're going to be pushing out a lot of updates here between now and the time that the storms start. But, we are going to also cover the event here as well. Whenever storms do start to fire off here, we'll definitely be sure to be here to, to cover that for y'all. But anyways, thank you so much. Once again, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Isaac says, do I think that an enhanced risk will expand towards Chicago? So as of now, let's go ahead and first of all here, take a look at the risk that we do have for Chicago area. So, this is going to be for Friday. We are just outside of that enhanced risk. Honestly, so the problem here is that we really start to lose a lot of moisture. The higher we go up north, we really start to drop a lot of that moisture, and I think that's going to kind of lower the overall potency of these storms. Obviously, still going to be severe potential, and you are in a slight risk, which is still a risk that you need to keep an eye on. Slight, enhanced, whatever, you still need to be just as weather aware, and you still do need to be weather aware out there. Once again, we do not have a breakdown yet between tornado probability, hail and damaging wind probability from the Storm Prediction Center, but we'll learn that tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, whenever this day, Friday comes, day 2, that'll make us have a lot more of a breakdown, a lot more of a better idea in terms of what we can expect here. But anyways, Shadow, thank you so much for being a tropical stormer for 8 months, my friend. Appreciate it. Saying stay alert always. I agree, 100%. Shadow, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Really appreciated. Renita says, thank you, Andrew. No, thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Let's see here. Kelly says, I'm getting pretty nervous about Saturday here in South Mississippi. That's completely understandable, Kelly. Try not to worry about it. I know it's easier said than done. We'll get through this. I know it's a little scary. I know it's a little nerve-wracking, of course. I mentioned this yesterday. I used to be terrified of severe weather myself. So I get it. I understand the feeling of that, and just try to not. I mean, obviously we need you to be weather aware and actively watching, but just try not to let it control your thoughts too much right now. There still is a lot of things that could change. We'll just have to see. We do need you to be weather aware, though. Just make sure that you're just, ready to tackle it, and just know what to do. And you'll be really good off, knowing what to do in case if, you get a warning or whatnot. So, try not to worry about it. We're here for you, and I'll do whatever I can to help keep you guys informed. And one suggestion I will tell you guys, for especially people who, I have really good advice for you guys. For people who have storm anxiety, okay, so say you do not like storms and say they worry you, one thing I will tell you that you should do is learn how to read radar, okay? If you learn how to read radar, reflectivity, velocity, and correlation coefficient, you can detect tornadoes and potential tornadic storms in your area. You can look at the radar, you can see what the storm's doing. So if you learn how to read radar, reflectivity, velocity, correlation coefficient, that could really kind of just tell you what's going on in the atmosphere around you. That way you're not blind, because a lot of the fear is the fear of the unknown. Not knowing what's going on outside. You hear a lot of crazy winds, a lot of crazy rain and whatnot. That right there, like I said, it's a fear of the unknown. And that's where it really comes into for the phobia of severe weather, So learn how to read radar. I would highly recommend that. And also have a way to receive warnings, just in case, if a warning gets issued, then, take action. And another thing during the storm, as long as you can still hear the alerts coming through, jam out to some music, man. Go to your safe spot and just jam out. If it makes you feel better, even if you're not in a warning, go to your safe spot and just jam out as that line rolls through. And then, of course, the good news in this event here, and a lot of other events alike, that long line of storms that cuts through, the good thing is that most of these events can be like a one and done type of situation, meaning you just get that long line of storms and then the severe threat's over. That's going to be the way for a lot of people actually. With this storm system is it's just going to be that one initial line that rolls through, and once that rolls through, the atmosphere becomes stable on the backside and things calm down. Anyways, that's a little bit of advice from me to you for somebody who actually used to be scared of storms, but now that I can kind of see what's going on in storms with radar and whatnot, which I'd highly recommend you guys learn, it can really help ease a bit of that tension. Let's see here. Douglas says, how bad will central Indiana be on Friday? So depends where. I mean, you can see, or most of central Indiana actually is in that level 2 severe weather threat here, which is, equivalent to right around a 15% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles of a given area. So, for example, Indianapolis, say you're in the heart, of Indianapolis here, and, within a radius of 25 miles. So, within 25-mile radius of Indianapolis, there is a 15% chance, of just a collective of severe weather occurring. That's that level 2 threat overall. So, a level 2 threat, like I said, the scale goes from level 1 to level 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the lowest, and threat for severe weather. But, what you guys got to realize is that this is still a threat for severe weather. Even if it's a level 1 in the green here, it's still a risk for severe storms. It might be a little bit more unlikely to see severe weather, but that potential is still there. And I do want you guys to know that. Let's see here. Can I please check on Austin, Arkansas? I got you, my friend. So, yeah, a lot of Arkansas is going to be dealing with their severe weather here on Friday. Let's take a look at Austin, Arkansas. Okay, so you, my friend, are in that level 3 threat. So, you're kind of, as of right now, in, the greater of the threats here. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. Once again, there's going to be potential of a collective between, tornadic activity nearby, damaging wind gusts, and, of course, hail. So I need you to be weather aware, keeping an eye on it. There's going to be that potential. There overall. So, yeah, just keep an eye on it. As of right now, you do have that level 3 threat, my friend. Kelly says, thank you very much. No problem. No problem at all. How bad is Williamstown, Kentucky going to be on Friday? Okay, so we'll do a couple more of these, and then we're going to hop into the models more, okay? You said for Kentucky, Williamstown, Kentucky. Okay, so as of now, so the threat's going to kind of be happening from what it looks like late Friday going into Saturday, because once we work our way into Saturday, we do have that 15% risk area. So you do have a 15% chance of seeing severe weather for Saturday. So going into Saturday is going to be like the main threat. That's equivalent to that level 2 threat like we were talking about, from the scale from 1 to 5. This is just probability based. This is not the main convective outlook set that we have for days 1 to 3. This is the extended range, but it's equivalent to a 15% chance of seeing severe weather here. So definitely need you to be weather aware. Keep an eye out there for it. That applies for all of Kentucky really, because most of the state here, actually all of the state is in at least a 15% chance regarding severe weather. So we'll keep you informed. You're welcome, Douglas. No problem. Let's see here. What about Bowling Green, Missouri? Is it Bowling Green up here somewhere? I swear it's up here, somewhere northeastern side. Here, let me pull it up. Bowling Green. By the way, y'all, if you could consider hitting that subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Here we go. Here we go. I knew it was somewhere up there. I just couldn't find it. Alrighty, so looking at Friday's risk. So yeah, your risk is going to be on Friday. We do have an enhanced risk, which is that level 3 severe weather threat here for storm activity. So that's that level 3. That's the equivalent probability of a 30% chance of seeing severe weather. As you can see, just that is going to be possible. We really do need you to be weather aware on Friday. Okay, be weather aware on Friday, my friend. Oh, let's see here. Okay, we'll do one more, and then we're going to hop into the models again, okay? And then we'll do the overall view, and then we'll do more, here and there. Okay, we're just not going to focus purely on zip codes at the moment because we just kind of need to get the information in bulk to everybody overall. So. Anyways, let's see here. David says, thanks, Andrew. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that. Jaden wants me to look at 38562. Gotcha, my friend. Let's see here. 38562 here in Tennessee. Alrighty, my friend. So, yeah, you're going to be in that 15% chance or the equivalent of that slight risk here. So that's going to be going into Friday or going from Friday into Saturday. This is Friday's risk. You can see we do have that slight risk, that level 2 threat there. And, whenever it does come to it here overall, we do have ourselves, the continuation, that 15% chance, going in for that region. So as of now, you're on that equivalent level 2 severe weather threat. The scale goes once again from level 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the lowest, but still, regardless of what level, it's still severe weather possibility. You're in a level 2. Okay, so keep that in mind, and we'll keep you updated. All right, everybody, let's hop back to models real quickly. So we were looking at the amount of instability here from the GFS. You can see that we really, Friday here, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we really start building in a lot of instability. A lot of fuel for these storms really starts coming in, deep into the country. Not just, in the south, not just localized to the south like a lot of these recent severe weather events. No, we start building up instability and potential, storm fuel as high up north as, like the upper Midwest. Like we mentioned, we do have that active severe weather threat for some of like southern Minnesota and portions of Wisconsin. That severe weather risk will continue into some of Wisconsin, some of Minnesota, but we really build in a lot of instability out there, a decent amount. It's not an absurd amount of instability, but it's enough to get severe weather going. And one of the things that really makes up for it and could really increase its severity is just how strong these winds are going to be. Looking at the lower level winds, you can see that area of low pressure over here in the central U.S. And with all that instability that we had, this area here is where all that unstable air is. In the lower atmosphere, this is very important for tornadic activity, by the way. In the lower atmosphere, we have these winds that are screaming to the north, going from the deep south, shooting up into the north here. We're talking a good 50, maybe, 60, upwards of 60 knots, with that lower level wind field could be possible. So right around 4,000 or 5,000 feet up, those lower level winds screaming to the north, coming from the south, going to the north, really could allow for, tornadic potential to occur. It's not the only thing that contributes to tornadoes, of course, but it is a important factor. So we have really strong winds moving to the north. Now, as we go in, as we gain altitude a little bit, as we, go up in elevation to the mid-atmosphere, you notice how the wind directions change here. The winds actually change their way here to the northeast. So in the lower atmosphere, winds are going to the north, and as you go up in altitude, the winds change to the northeast. So that change in that wind direction going up in altitude can create like I mentioned, can create rotation and, tornadic storms. So that is what we need to look out for. The winds here, both lower and mid-level, in the jet stream here is very strong. And, like I mentioned, we have a lot of instability working its way up into the country here. There's going to be, between the instability and the wind shear, there's going to be that potential overall. So, once again, there's all that instability that we were looking out there for. And, you can really see that pulls its way up here far to the north. And, once again, those winds are going to be very, very strong. Let's see here. Why do we have such high dew points when the Gulf is not so warm? Well, the Gulf is definitely pretty warm. If we hop back to our, if we take a look at those dew points here, actually, which is, really kind of supplying that moisture. If you look across the Gulf, we have those dews in a lot of the 70s. So, as we start to get that area of low pressure developing, that strong low that develops, that starts pulling up air, from the south and starts bringing down air from the north. And so, as that low spins up, a lot of that moisture that's in the Gulf will get, advected north into the country, which will, increase the moisture supply and, for those storms in general. A lot of those, those dew points and whatnot are going to be fairly low, actually, for areas like the Midwest and whatnot. Which, once again, severe weather can definitely still happen in, dew points, in the 50s, of course. But a lot of our rich moisture is going to be really concentrated deep into the south. You can really see out there, towards, once we work away from Friday going into Saturday, you can see that we really start to pile up a decent amount of moisture with those dew points in the 60s and greater. So, yeah, you guys can see, we do have a decent amount of moisture here at this system. And, on top of all that, we have, looking back at the instability, we have a lot of instability here going into Saturday overall. And then, of course, our lower level winds here, we do have, potential for 50 knots or greater in our lower atmosphere. Once again, right around 4,000 or 5,000 feet up or so, those winds are going mostly just directly to the north. And, as we gain altitude, go roughly around 20,000 feet or so, towards more towards the middle of the atmosphere, you guys kind of notice here that the wind direction actually changes a little bit more to the northeast here. So, like I mentioned, what's happening here is that those winds are increasing in speed as we go up in elevation, but it's also changing in direction as we go up in elevation too, which that can definitely contribute, to tornadic activity and whatnot. And, that's what's really concerning. A lot of moisture, a lot of instability here. Saturday, according to GFS here, has a really good amount of instability. Good moisture, good instability or fuel for storms and, great kinematics. Just really strong winds, will give that potential overall. Anyways, let's see here. Mikey says, what should Johnson City, Tennessee be expecting Saturday? My wife is terrified. Gotcha. Let me look real quickly for you, my friend. Like I said, try to not be worried about it. I get it. I do get it, though. Once again, I used to be scared of storms myself, so I completely understand, my friend. So for Johnson City, let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you, my friend. So this is actually looking at Saturday's outlook here. Okay, so as of now, we do have ourselves, let's see here, we do have ourselves a 15% chance for severe weather. So this is, this is equivalent to a level 2 severe weather threat as of right now. So this is for Saturday. So as we roll our way into Saturday, there is that threat. So basically what that means is that there is a 15% chance of seeing severe weather, within a 25-mile radius of your location. So, within 25 miles around you, there is a 15% chance, that severe weather could occur within that perimeter or just within that region, in which, as you can imagine, 15% is still fairly low. Obviously, more than likely, you're not going to be seeing a lot of severe weather, because not everybody will. Remember that. Not everybody in the risk area will see severe weather. Obviously, the greater the probability, the greater potential you have, and, possibly more of severe weather could occur. But as of now, you're in a 15% chance, which is that level 2 out of 5 threat equivalent. So, yeah, we need you to watch it, but hopefully that helps ease it a little bit. And even if severe weather occurred within 25 miles of you, there is still a chance that wouldn't directly impact you, if that makes sense. So just within 25 miles of you. Let's see here. How is Gulf Shores / Orange Beach looking for the coast of Alabama? Yeah, so all of the state of Alabama actually is in that level 3 or that 30% chance risk area here. So, this includes Mobile Bay, a lot of the coastal areas out here in, in southern Alabama. We got that 30%. The entire state pretty much is in that 30% chance, regarding severe weather potential. So this is kind of a hot spot, regarding the greatest potential for severe weather here. Definitely do need you guys to be looking out there for it, because probability, like I said, 30% chance, that's a pretty decent risk. So please be on the lookout. Just please be careful and keep an eye out there for Saturday. I need you to be watching the weather all Saturday, okay? What about Athens, Tennessee? Got you, my friend. Let's look. Athens, Tennessee here. Okay, so we have a 30% chance. So that is, like, once again, that is a decent risk out there for severe weather. And as of now, that is like the maximum threat that they can issue at the moment. 30% chance of severe weather happening within a 25-mile radius of you. So, like I said, within 25 miles around you, there's a 30% chance that a collective of, severe weather between tornadic activity, damaging winds, and hail could occur within that region. So that's a 30% chance as of now. All right, let's see here. What could Chicago expect? As of now, Chicago's in that level 2 threat. We'll have more of a breakdown here tomorrow, regarding the exact probability for tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. So as of right now, we do have that level 2 threat. So once again, the scale goes from level 1 to 5 here overall. And you're on the level 2, which, regardless, you still need to be weather aware. That's just kind of probability based here. Just the risk here is a level 2 threat. But remember, even level 1, you still need to be keeping an eye on the weather, because still severe weather could be possible. But, I consider the level 2 a decent risk for severe weather. All right, let's see here. But anyways. So that's that, my friends. Like I said, just try not to worry about it too much. I understand it's a little bit nerve-wracking and stuff, and with everything going on here, I understand that it's a little scary. But like I said, we'll get through it, guys. We'll make sure to be here with y'all and help you get through this. It's going to be a long next couple of days, of course. Once again, we do have this big event starting on Friday. Cutting through Saturday, going into Sunday. Once again, looking back at the instability, you can see here, we really start to pile in a lot of instability and a lot of, just fuel for these storms here for Friday. I mean, you can see that, once again, looking at the models of GFS here, you can see that we really start building in a lot of instability for storms, just fuel for storms. And which that really builds in. I mean, looking at Euro here too, you can see that there's really not much of a difference, and there is obviously a little bit of differences, but still, what I mean is just collectively, as just in general, is that there's a lot of areas here, that's going to be, under that fuel, essentially, for storms. So that is that. Is it coming for Florida too? Yeah. So Florida does have a risk, especially the Panhandle as of right now. Let's hop back over here real quickly. So Saturday and Sunday. Let's go to Saturday's risk here. Yep. So looking at Saturday, we do have the entire Panhandle is actually in the risk here. Further west you go out by Pensacola, Destin, Florida. We have a 30% chance for severe weather. Apalachicola, Panama City, Tallahassee, in that 15% chance as of now. Going into Sunday, that risk will continue for some of those regions there. But we'll see, if it goes any further down south in Florida. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. But anyways, you're above Tampa. Gotcha. I'm not far from Tampa. I'm actually out here by Lakeland. So not too far. But as of now, we're not in any risk out here, towards the Tampa area. So we're pretty good. But we'll still watch it and see what happens. I mean, hopping back to models and stuff here, let's actually take a quick peek at the southeast real quickly, a little bit more closer up. Hopping back to the GFS, looking at that fuel in the atmosphere. I mean, you can see that, there could be some, lingering instability for potential storms, and obviously the wind shear weakens a bit because, we get further away from that low and all that stuff. But with that being said, I mean, our mid-level winds, though, wow, dude, that is still pretty crazy, though. Yeah, at least our lower-level winds don't appear to be significant from GFS, but oh, what a trough, dude. What a trough. Look at that thing, man. That is a classic trough and ridge right there. You got that low, and you got that high. That's just That's classic signature right there, my friend. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if that does continue to hold up here, let's look at Euro, actually. I'm curious. Oh, Euro actually has that maybe dipping down a little further south here. That trough there. Jeez. I mean, shoot. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that risk does go further down in Florida. For areas out by us. Maybe Central Florida for Sunday, maybe going into Monday or so. Oh, yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I mean, it's kind of pushing it a couple days now, of course, but things could still change, of course, but we'll see. Just looking at that is definitely possible, I think. I really do. Let's see here. George says, could this go moderate for Friday? It's possible. It is. But that really comes down to, the Storm Prediction Center. That's up to them, what they decide. If they think that moderate's needed, then they'll issue it. Based off of what I see, there's a good amount of instability. There's a lot of strong wind shear in the atmosphere. Moisture is okay. It's good for some areas, but okay for others. I think it would be possible. I ain't going to lie, I wouldn't be surprised if there was. But once again, that's up to SBC. If they decide that they want to do that, then they'll do it. But the same thing is, it's still the same. Moderate or not, enhanced, it's already an enhanced, which is already a pretty decent potential for severe weather. Moderate or not, we still need to be prepared. The same, obviously the risk kind of classifies you and kind of puts you in, a potential. For severity and probability for severe weather. But, the overall thing is that we just still need you to be prepared and just weather aware overall. So, will I be chasing? No. I do not storm chase, honestly. It's, I don't know. Unless it's hurricanes. I do like hurricane. I do like being in hurricanes, but, yeah, it's just not really my cup of tea, honestly. Let's see here. Any chance Northwest Ohio goes enhanced? I doubt it. We'll see, though. Once again, moisture really starts to thin out up there, especially the higher up north you go. But still going to be possible, though. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think it'll go enhanced. I don't think it'll go enhanced, though, in my opinion. Could Reddick, Florida be hit hard? Let's see here. Let me pull up Reddick, Florida quickly. By the way, y'all, if you could consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button, be greatly appreciated. Reddick, Florida. Let's see here. Oh, this is up by Ocala. Gotcha. Okay. As of now, we're not in that risk area, but like I said, just hopping back to the models like we were looking at, with that trough, that thing really digs deep into the country here. Especially mid-level flow. We have still quite a strong trough. Really, digging deep down in the country. To be fair, this is Euro, by the way. Out here towards Central Florida, where I'm at here, there's still possibly, a good amount of instability. The good news is that wind shear does seem, at least lower level winds seem a little bit lower, which wouldn't be anything like significant for tornadic activity, I don't think. Probably if we did get activity, it would likely be just like straight line winds, to be quite fair. Let's see here. Weather to go. What's up, man? Welcome back. Hope you're doing good, dude. Saying enhanced will likely be pulled further northwest into eastern Iowa, and further north towards the Illinois/Wisconsin border. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Thanks for liking, Sherwin. I appreciate it. I gotta look at NAM. Yeah, I will. Let's see here. Weather on the go says 18 Zulu and 0 Zulu HRRR models trending higher on dew points further north. So greater advection, really. Let's look at that, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see once we start to build in the... oh, yeah, actually, yeah, we are starting to get HRRR support. I didn't even think of that. Shoot, this thing is getting a little closer than I thought. Yeah, there's the instability. Let's look at those dews, actually. HRRR, so right around evening Friday here, the HRRR shows, good 60 dews, almost to the Missouri border there. Almost. Like I said, remember, though, you can still have severe weather and dew points in the 50s. It's just that, once you really get up towards, like, Wisconsin and stuff, the dew points do tank a little bit. But I think there'll be, like, more elevated storms up there. Might lower, might just be more of, like, a wind risk, but still, we'll see. We'll definitely see, though. There's enough, and, that's what matters. There is enough potential here. I mean, obviously, we do have enough instability. Really, the main thing with this storm is the kinematics. I mean, really strong wind shear, both mid and low levels. What's keeping this from being a high at the moment? It's just still uncertainty. I don't personally. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it will go high because it's not even a moderate yet. Like I mentioned, still regardless of whatever level it is, I mean, we still need to prepare the same, okay? Yeah, I mean, it's not even a moderate yet. We'll see if they put a moderate. I mean, I could see a moderate maybe, but yeah, we'll see. Once again, like I said, we still need to prepare the same regardless. And this, this still is a couple of days out, and I think a lot of it is, we're still just kind of waiting to see if there's any changes on the models and stuff, Let's see here. Pig says, do I think that this area has the greatest risk? Let's see here. Up in Alabama. Okay, so, yeah, as we do work our way into Saturday, we do have that 30% chance equivalent. So, yeah, I mean, as of now, you do kind of have that that greatest risk area. I would definitely keep an eye on it, for sure. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. So what that means is that, within a 25-mile radius of your location, there is a 30% chance that severe weather could occur, within a 25-mile radius of you. So that is definitely a decent risk for severe weather, of course, I would definitely highly keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Evan says, I was waiting, stream earlier, he said that that he thought that there was going to be a nocturnal tornado threat for southern Missouri and Illinois. I do think that, yeah, I mean, of course, there is going to be that nocturnal concern as we transition, Friday night going into Saturday. There's going to be that continuation throughout the night, and, even likely Saturday going into Sunday, too. Yeah, I think nocturnal severe weather is going to be a big problem with the storm system here. Obviously at this point we are starting to get a little bit more information on the timing and stuff, but still not pinpoint quite yet. But yeah, I do think that there could be that tornadic concern. That nocturnal threat, which for the people who don't know, nocturnal, the definition is active at night. That could be a big problem. For like tornadic activity and stuff at night, because I mean you can't see tornadoes at nighttime, which just makes it a little bit more dangerous. That's where we really rely on radar. Radar just can still see in the storms at night, even if it's night or day, whatever. So that is one thing I really would highly recommend that a lot of you guys learn is how to read radar. All you really need is reflectivity, correlation coefficient, and velocity. Those are the main ones. Mostly velocity and, CC. Correlation coefficient are like the main ones here. But we'll see. What's my thoughts on northern Alabama? Let's see. So, yeah, you said up by Coleman area. I mean, yeah, you can see most of the state of Alabama here is in that 30%. So, take a look at the models like we were looking at earlier. There's a great moisture in the south, over Alabama. There's still very strong kinematics, strong wind shear, both mid and upper atmosphere. And there is still actually more instability, further south. Steeper lapse rates, more unstable air. So yeah, I'm a little concerned for the South. I'm definitely concerned for the South, and out there by Alabama. I mean, Alabama, I think, could be in store for a decent event. What's worse, Nocturnal or rain wrapped? They're both dangerous for similar reasons, meaning you can't see them. Rain wrapped is whenever you get a tornado that gets under a bunch of heavy precipitation, it causes rain to wrap around the tornado, making it impossible. It just looks like a rain mess. And of course, Nocturnal being at nighttime, where you just can't see it because it's dark out. So don't wait to see or hear tornadoes, not just during this event, but any event. Don't wait to see or hear a tornado. If you're in a warning, you need to take action. Okay, it's very important. I wear my sunglasses at night. Good song, by the way. Good song. Hey, 80s music is the best. I know it's a little bit off topic, but hey, I'm just throwing that out there. That's my take. 80s music is the best. Anyways, so yeah, once again, for the people joining us, we are looking at Friday, we're looking at Saturday, we're looking at Sunday. Let's actually take a quick little peek at Sunday's risk. We haven't talked much about Sunday. We should. Let's bring Sunday into the risk here. That's day 5. So, okay, so yeah, Sunday's risk, you can see we just have that 15% risk area here. All the way from northern Florida, cutting through Georgia into the Carolinas, into the mid-Atlantic, and even up there towards New England. Not really much has changed, to be honest, on this. Yeah, really not much has changed since yesterday. Since we looked at this yesterday, really not a lot has changed. I mean, it's still relatively the same. But we do have, that threat for the South, for the mid-Atlantic, for portions of the, southern New England. We do have a 15% chance probability. I mean, that cuts all the way up into Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I think it might have went a little higher up north in Pennsylvania. I feel like it might have went a little higher up north. I feel like it was just south of Scranton yesterday. I don't know. We'll see. Really will, obviously, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it was south of Scranton yesterday, though. But anyways, folks, well, yeah, so we'll definitely keep you guys informed and, weather aware over the next several days here. Obviously the day of severe weather, we'll make sure to go live to help you guys out here, too. If you all have any final questions, I mean, we're probably going to head off here pretty soon. We've been live over an hour here. So if y'all have any final questions, feel free to throw them in chat. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. Once again, that's what the stream's about. We're here to help. We're here to make sure that you guys, are weather aware, are weather prepared. Once again, just if you guys can, if you're in the risk area, Roy, that's funny, dude. I love that meme. Anyways, sorry. Just make sure you guys know where to go. If a warning gets issued, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, of course, make sure you know where to go. Once again, if you have a basement, a storm cellar, that's where you would go. And if not, the central interior portion of your home, such as a closet, such as a bathroom, just make sure that you find out your safe spot before the event kicks off, okay? And obviously, I would recommend that you put some of your safe, some of your, not safe, I recommend that you put some of your stuff, like, first aid kit, flashlight, batteries, weather radio, medicine, shoes, whatnot, in your safe spot. That way it's there. So if a warning does get issued, you can just run to your safe spot and your stuff will already be there. That's just what I would recommend. I mean, we do have several days to prepare for this. To be fair, I might make a video tomorrow, actually, just talking about safety. I'm going to go more into safety. I'm going to make a safety video tomorrow for tornadic activity, maybe to help you guys do a forecast, and then we'll get into safety stuff. And, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll make a video for you guys, and we'll talk about safety, what you guys can do to prepare, as well as the updated forecast. And then tomorrow evening, we'll go live. That's my plan. But anyways, Wonder what time the storms will hit eastern Georgia. It's a little bit too early still with timing. Especially since, eastern Georgia, that's going to be for Sunday. It's probably going to be later Sunday. We'll see. Still is a little early. I mean, today is, what is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. We're talking Sunday. So that's still a little ways out. Still is a little ways out. But, alrighty, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now. I appreciate y'all for joining us. But like I said, try not to worry about it. We'll get y'all through this. We'll continue to keep you guys updated and everything. And, if you guys are new to the channel, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Even if you're already subscribed, leave a like on your way out. It'll be greatly appreciated. And, if you guys could share this channel to as many friends and family, anybody as you can, just to help spread awareness. That way we can help out as many people as possible. Bing says, thanks once again, Andrew. You're very welcome, my friend. Very, very welcome. Sean says, thanks, brother. We appreciate your live videos. They help save lives. Keep your shoes on, helmet, and body armor ready. Make it with you. Yep, that's definitely some good advice. Yeah, just bring all that to your safe spot. And like I said, if a warning gets issued for your area, then you'll have that all together. Copy says, thanks for the stream. You're very welcome, my friend. Mindy says, thanks, Andrew. You guys are very welcome. Y'all are very, very welcome. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all. And, of course, thank you to all of our supporters out there as well. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate y'all. And, like I said, try not to worry about it. We'll get through it. I know it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But, anyways, friends, the stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. Once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Real quick, before I do head off here, I do want to go ahead and just say a big thank you to our supporters here real quickly. Before I roll off here, once again, Proxy, thank you so much. And no, you rock, Prox. I appreciate it. So let me go ahead and go through these donators real quickly. It's just a way of me saying thank you once again for the donations and stuff. Chris, thanks for the memberships. B Wolfie, thanks for the donation. Shadow Walkers, thank you for the donation. Let's see here. We have ourselves Tom Charles, thank you so much, man, for the upgraded membership. We have Renita, thank you so much for the donations. We have Chris as well. Thank you so much for the donation. And, of course, once again, a big shout-out goes to Proxy, once again, for the big donation. I really appreciate that, my friend. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for your support. Like I said, we couldn't do it without you. You guys definitely helped make that possible. So thank you all so much. But, all right, everybody. Well, you guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. You guys stay safe out there. Just, like I said, try not to worry about it. We have a couple of days still to prepare for this, and, you guys know we'll be here. You guys know we'll be here to help you guys out and stay weather aware. All right, everybody, you guys have a great night. Thank you all so much for joining. We love you guys. Just please be careful, and we'll make sure to keep you guys weather aware and informed. But once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the way out. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, my friends, we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.